Welcome to the podcast.
Right,
Hi.
So let's just start right here. Hey, how you doing?
Great. How are you? The best.
Doing good. Welcome to the New Meta episode 34.
34.
I am your co-host, ThaPChild, joined by
Lord Fluffy.
There you go.
What is that?
It's been interesting, man. You've been busy. You've been moving and haven't been around a whole lot because you've been doing those things, man. I saw you posted on Twitter a picture of a bed that looked like Andre the Giant jumped on it. So
It did. Yeah. So it's like a Murphy bed and it like broke out of the wall. And I mean, I probably put it together. I'm not the handiest person in the world. So, I mean, it's probably my fault, but I told them it was their fault.
I mean, it looks like it was put together pretty poorly if that's the case. But I mean, hey, it's okay. That's cool, man. I know you're getting close to getting finished up and getting moved in, so it'll be exciting to get you back.
But yeah,
back on a regular.
But speaking of which, new stream room, it's gonna be up. I'm hoping this week. I'm hoping Thursday, Friday.
Thursday.
So stay tuned.
Man.
Stay tuned, boys.
That'll be awesome. Last time we had a podcast with, I don't know if we did this poll with Dusky or if we did it before that.
We did with
but
Dusk.
We had a poll.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are the results for that. Last week we had David Brevik on, and we didn't want to
waste the time.
Waste the time because it was pretty awesome to get him on the podcast.
So the question was, which league from PoE would you like to port over to Diablo 3? And we gave Breach, Essence, Abyss, Incursion, Delve, Betrayal. Can you describe any one of these leagues, Bichon?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I know that the latest one, Betrayal, you're hunting down bounties similar to like the Lord of the Rings game, because I actually played that game a little bit. And then Delve, you're like just dive deeper and deeper down dungeons, I believe. It's kind of like a leveling system.
Correct.
Other than those two, no.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay.
So.
All right. So the results are Delve. Really? But that's so crazy to me. Delve.
Interesting.
Because like,
what would you?
Delve is like their version of trying to have like a leaderboard, but the leaderboard is like way better than Delve could ever be. So that's very surprising. But I guess it's another form of competition. So I guess that's not. I don't disagree with that either, really, because it would be another form in a very competitive game already. So I guess I'm down. But yeah, 25 votes for Delve. Betrayal, 19 votes. Abyss was 10. Abyss is like, you'll say you're like in a rift, and there's like this crack in the earth, and then you you go near it, and then you like follow the crack, and like mobs spawn out of it, and it's pretty cool.
I actually played that. That's the only time I played PoE was during the Abyss. I just didn't know that's what it was. I thought that was just a mechanic that was part of the game. But that happened to me. I died a lot. I literally had just started. I'd been in the game like an hour, and I saw this blue crack, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this? Let's go check it out." Crack. And then I died.
Yeah.
So,
Breach also 9 votes, and Breach is like, it's kind of like a rift within a rift. Like you would touch it like an activatable rift. It only opens with like in a certain like radius. So you just like kill as much shit as you can before like the rift expires, basically.
Cool.
And then Incursion. What is Incursion? I don't even remember myself. Incursion.
Yeah, it's not that good. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh no, Incursions were like, it's weird. Like they send you back in time, and you do certain rooms, and it's like cool, completely RNG. Actually, I don't love it that much, but it like molds how this temple's gonna look later on when you like finally go there, which is interesting.
Cool.
And then Essence is like, I actually like Essence, so I'm surprised there's only 1 vote. But Essence is like this thing that you touch and it gives you like basically a consumable that's pretty damn good. So, but yeah, interesting. Delve, people like the Delves. I think Delves. Honestly, it's probably people just want like more ways to compete in Diablo, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So that was the results for last 2 weeks ago. We got a new poll for you this week.
Poll. Let me open chat because I forgot to. But yeah, go ahead, read it out.
Yeah. So the new poll, it's kind of blurry for me. The new XP meta. I can't, man.
Yeah.
It's too blurry.
Will the XP meta in season 16, will it shift, or will it still be the rat runs? What are we guessing? What are we guessing?
Yeah. Do we want to guess? I have a guess, but
yeah, let's not alter the results.
Let's not do it. Yeah. Let's not do it.
Will it shift, boys? That's the question.
I do have a guess on that.
Me too.
All right.
We won't talk.
So let's get to our Diablo news. Man, not a crazy amount of Diablo news, really. We're all kind of just sitting here waiting. But the Tristram event is again live. This is the third year in a row they've done it, I believe. And if you don't know what this is, it's a
it's interesting.
Like if you're watching,
it's worth
cool
doing.
The first time.
Yeah.
If you haven't experienced this, it's definitely cool the first time you do it.
Yeah.
And it basically transforms Diablo 3 into a Diablo 2 looking
Diablo 1
game.
Diablo 2-ish.
Diablo 1, Diablo 1, 2-ish. Yeah. Kind of a mix in between.
Yeah.
But more of like a, 8 or 16-bit, probably like a 16-bit graphics. It just looks older. It looks dated. And it's kind of cool, but you still have your same abilities, but it looks like you're playing old school Diablo.
Right.
And
yeah,
there are lots of milestones. There's achievements
there's
and
pets,
things you can earn.
Cosmetics.
There's pets. Yeah, cosmetic rewards, legendary gems, portrait frames. So there's a lot of stuff in there for you if you've never done it. The problem is once you've done it, then there's really nothing else in there for you. Yeah, you're done. So
it'd be cool to see them add something new to it every year.
Yeah, if there were more to this, or I don't know. This was a really cool event the very first time I did it 3 years ago. So
but I guess there's.
But what's interesting to me, this is interesting. They have last year, Rit's leg, or Wiret's leg, or I don't know how you say it, Wirt's leg, whatever. Somebody's leg is broken, and it doesn't. You're supposed to, if I remember correctly, I'm going on 3 years ago. You have to disenchant this item, and it gives you another item that you're supposed to use to unlock. Advance the quest. Yeah. And last year, I remember having this issue where when you dismantle it, it doesn't give you the item.
It's crafting as a
white
blue
item instead of,
and it's supposed to craft as a legendary.
And so
you get arcane
it
dust.
was broken last year, and everybody was freaking out. And then they fixed it 2 or 3 days later. And so this year the event goes live, and it's broken again, just like last year. It's like they copy pasted last year's broken code back in, and nobody thought hey, this shit was broken last year. Maybe we should check before.
Oops.
Hey, who was that dev that fixed that? He's on vacation. Let's call him up and see if he can come.
And it's still not fixed as far as I know, which is kind of freaking crazy because they had the fix. I mean, it's there. Just
they
pull
fixed
it up and
fast
get it.
Last year. It was like a day, I think.
Yeah.
But this to me is just more confirmation that nobody is touching this game.
You think?
Nobody. They have to have a classic team on this who does not have experience manipulating the code and or setting up events because the PTR was on the wrong season. They had to advance that. The PTR launch was broken. And then now this event seems like a copy paste from last year, and they can't even get the fix applied as fast as last year.
Right.
It just, I really do think that even though they haven't announced it, this is more confirmation. Classic Games team has this.
But here's the thing, and we're going to go back to it. And we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but here's the storm. They're super transparent and hey, we're not going to work on this game as diligently anymore. Why are they still, if that's the case, if we're with classic games, why not just tell us? Why not just say, hey guys?
You think it's different departments?
Totally.
I know that they're divided, completely different, separate buildings, but do you think that those head departments have that much freedom that they get to decide their level of transparency?
I don't know,
there's no governing body that's hey, don't talk about that stuff, or nobody they run it past at HQ. It's
right. And maybe given this current state of, Diablo's on thin ice, and so they're just not trying to tread the water anymore. But
I honestly think a lot of this goes back to the Switch release. I think that you can't launch a new product on it came out early November 1st.
Sure.
I think maybe even the day of BlizzCon. So November 1st it launched. It's been 2 months and a couple days. You can't announce, hey, this game's going into classic games, and it just launched on Switch. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is that they're you can't do that. We have to at least wait until we have
that makes
D4.
No, that totally makes sense. Yeah.
So
you know what I thought was
just
interesting?
won't talk about it.
We haven't really like reacted. So if you guys haven't checked out the David Brevik podcast, I finally uploaded it to YouTube. It's very late this week because I'm moving. I'm doing the best I can. But one of the things I found, I think one of the most interesting takeaways from that meeting is when he was like, you know what, like what are you really expecting kind of out of Diablo 3 at this point? Like you paid kind of $60 for this game like 5 fucking years ago. Like
yeah.
You got what you needed out of it, kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, you're not wrong.
That I agree with that 100%. 100%. I'm with it. The thing is, I want to give you more money.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I have money to give you. Just give me anything. Give me stuff. And I think there are so many people that feel the same way. But we don't have metrics, man. We don't know what Necro did. I think Necro would be the tail of it. And like if Necro sold millions of copies, that to me would be like, oh shit, we need to roll out Druid or we need to roll out something else. You know? But his, and I can't remember if we talked about this on the podcast or if this was something I heard in the interviews with him, because I watched so much of his stuff prior to our podcast. But we talked a little bit, and he was talking about how much more profitable it is for a company to sell a retail box game, not produce DLCs. Because you're going to sell the retail box game, and that's going to be the highest ticket sales you ever get for that product. And then your first expansion should be the second most, and your third, the third, et cetera, down the line. So your fourth and fifth expansion are going to sell less copies than your second and third, regardless of the quality of the product. And so that makes sense to me too, that they're like, you know what, we can make $10 million making a Druid expansion, or we can make $500 million making Diablo 4. We're going to put all our effort in Diablo 4. Even though we have money we want to throw at them, they're like, it's not worth our time. But the thing is like, is it really not worth your time to hire a couple extra devs to make content? I just don't, I can't understand how they lose money.
It could be worth their time if they just had a stupid cash shop with some stupid cosmetics on it, man. It could totally be worth their time. But
it's crazy. But I do agree with what he said, though, man. I definitely got my money's worth out of the game.
No doubt. We've argued
and it's just
that
I want to give you more. That's the message I want to tell Blizzard if you're listening is we have money to give you. Like,
it's not necessarily that we feel like, oh, we should get more.
I don't feel entitled for more, for sure.
But I mean, like either one, tell us that you're kind of like it's classic games and you've kind of moved on, which is fine if that's the case, or like figure out a way to pump some money out of this game and give us some content. So
it's like, so let me relate that to something. So I've been playing Black Desert Online. Like I've been seeing the ads everywhere for this game, and I'm like, you know what? Let me check it out. And I went to Steam, and it was $5. And I'm like, $5. It's $5. All right, okay. I spent $5 on lunch. All right, I'll eat ramen one day. Let's get some game. So I buy Black Desert, and I start playing it, and it's crazy. Like, so my community's reaction to me playing it and then my reaction were so crazy that I was having a great time. It's actually a decently fun game. And the community members that had not played it were liking it and they're like, oh, this looks really cool. I'm going to go buy it too. And several of them did. But then the people that had played it were so like, oh, this is pay to win. This is pay to win. And a lot of them were like, how is that? And it just like started every night. I streamed it 3 nights, and every night I streamed it, there would be 2 groups of people. One that were like, it's not pay to win. And one was that it is pay to win. And they would just start arguing in my chat to the point where I had to be like, guys, knock it off. You know what I mean? 3 days in a row. And it makes me wonder if that same thing happens in PoE, because I know we've had talks about the pay to win and like, the currencies and third-party sites and things like that.
Unofficial, pay to win.
So I'm just curious. But relating back to what we were talking about, they have a cosmetic shop where they sell skins for Black Desert Online.
It's stupid not to have a cosmetic shop in this day and age.
And it's like, I don't even really play the game that much. And I'm already looking at the skins like, ooh, that looks baller. I probably will buy that if I put any time in this game. Like, I'm going to give you an extra $30 because this cosmetic outfit looks stupid awesome. And it's like they could do that with wings in Diablo like tomorrow.
And it's like
I just don't get it.
When we had Dusky on, I was like, how many weeks playing Pee-wee did it take you to spend more money than you did on purchasing Diablo 2. And he's like, a week, max.
A week,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
which is
exactly
like, hello, Diablo, if you're listening, come on.
And it doesn't like you don't have to not put cool things in the game, but you just have to put cool things in the cosmetic store also.
Yeah,
that don't affect power levels.
That will pay
don't
for
sell,
some dev
Don't
effort.
sell keys. Don't sell any materials.
Yeah.
Don't sell primals. Don't sell any power. Just purely wings, transmogs, whatever. And people would go crazy. Portrait frames, pets. Like, you know how many people farm pets nonstop in Diablo 3?
Right.
You would sell pets all day long.
And speaking of which, we're going to jump forward a little bit, actually, because this kind of ties into something else we're going to talk about later. A lot of people don't know this. Like, this got posted on Reddit this week as, like, this, like, ooh, we've outed Blizzard. Like, someone posted, like, basically a video of the cash shop as it is in China right now, which this isn't a new thing. Like, this has been like this for...
This has been around for a long time.
For a really long time. But it's kind of like a sneak peek into what they could have done for Diablo. Yeah. Like, the UI is actually pretty clean. You buy wings, you can buy, dumb stuff. I think the only thing that's technically pay to win in all of this is that there's a T13 XP potion, but it's only for T13. It's not for GRs. So it's like it would lose effectiveness pretty fast.
Yeah, you're not going to get as much EXP anyways. So,
but you can see like
look
tons
at the wings.
Yeah, tons of wings.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
that's amazing. It doesn't, like those blue Tyrael wings right in the middle.
Yeah,
I would buy those tomorrow if they put them on the shop. I would buy them.
I like those, the black and red ones. So they're good. But yeah, I mean,
instantly, it wouldn't even be like, it looks down below like there might even be more. Like, so it's like, yeah, right there they are.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like this,
and those black ones, dope,
is in
all of them, dope.
The code. So like, what?
It's in there.
Who is this gonna offend? Like, honestly, if they release this tomorrow, who will this offend? Like, really, no one. Absolutely no one.
It blows my mind. It's like, do you not want our money?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I just can't.
I don't get it.
It is what it is. That's a really cool video, though. I didn't know all those wings. And they're just recolors of current wings that are in the game. None of those were unique. No. Not a single one of those is unique.
Yeah.
So, and they've already done the work. But that being said, hire somebody to make a couple extra wings. Sure.
And like PoE, it's like you literally I have a skill that's a lightning bolt. I shoot it out and it's normally blue. You turn it to red and I paid like $10 for it. And I'll do it. Like, I did it. It's like, that's so stupid that something like that can sell, but at the same time it's like, damn, I want a fucking red lightning bolt. I don't want a blue one. So it's like, oh my God, so much missed opportunity in Diablo.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And the thing that scares me is like, so, and I haven't played a lot of PoE, just a little bit, but from what I saw is if you don't buy any cosmetics in PoE, you look pretty rough. You look like you're wearing rags.
You look pretty tough. Yeah.
So
they're doing some effort, I guess, in that department, but like one of the best things you can wear makes you look like a white robe.
Yeah. And I give PoE a pass for it because it's a free game.
Yeah.
It's,
Sure.
So they get a pass in my opinion, although they got, like, hopefully they do a little, like, it looks bad. But I don't want to see Diablo go that route. A full-fledged $60 title, you better have some cool-looking stuff in-game that you can earn. But yeah, I don't know. It does, man. It's insane. And I don't want to preach on it all night, but this is ridiculous. It's not in the U.S. store.
Yeah.
Already.
And another thing,
if this is enough to fund, like, so Destiny did something exactly like this in Destiny 1. They opened a cash cosmetic shop.
Look at this. Oh God, I'm just gonna stop you real quick. Look.
Yeah.
You can buy a stash tab.
Stash base. But what's the limit? Is it what our current limit is now?
I don't know.
Dude, if we could buy, that's gonna make me angry. They don't sell a stash base. I swear, I just want stash base.
There it is.
I would buy. I would probably, as stupid as it is, I would probably pay $20 or $30 a tab for stash base. It's so dumb.
Goddamn.
But I don't know if I would. I might. I'd think about it. But Destiny did this in year 1. They opened a cosmetic store, and that cosmetic store money funded a live team that was a couple developers to continuously update the game and put live events in the game.
Yeah.
If this cosmetic shop could fund a couple additional employees to work on Diablo 3 to give us Druid, to give us better rebalancing, better things, anything, new tile sets, new whatever.
Right.
I just don't see why that's not a thing.
Right, and especially since it's already, like, we're looking at it, implemented already.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, we talked about this, like, probably episode, like, 3, where they had that competition where you could go in and be like, hey, we're going to play for 24 hours, and, like, you can't play Monk or whatever. You can't play, like, the other team can't play. Yeah. Like, that's already built into the game. Like, that's already a thing. Like, give it to us. Like, it's already there. It's like when you gave us these seasonal themes, and it was like, you know, the shit that we already had. Like, just give us the stuff that it's already there, but you haven't shown it to us yet. So
yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't know either.
It makes me a little frustrated at the choices that have been made. But
yeah,
looking back on it in a couple of years, hopefully we'll have D4 and we won't care at that point.
Sure.
But I hope that these are all things that they're considering. For Diablo 4, they have to.
Let me ask you this. So Diablo 4 comes out and it has no cash shop. How concerned are you for the life of the game?
Super. Yeah. I'm almost like writing it off instantly. I'm like, well, let's play the shit out of this for the next year because it's dead after that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless they have some super aggressive DLC plan in place where they can pump out a new DLC every 2 to 3 months, I just don't see how it could support itself.
Right.
You know,
I mean, it could support itself, but are they going to want to keep pumping time into it?
Probably I don't know.
Yeah.
So I would be super concerned. But again, it's so easy to screw that up, man. It's so easy. Like, we could be talking in the podcast 2 years from now, talking about, man, this pay money shop is so stupid. I can't believe they're selling everything in here, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a fine line. Because I guarantee, like, we're going to look back at this, episode 34, in like 2 years, and I'm going to say, man, remember when we asked them to put a money shop in? How stupid was that?
Yeah.
You know?
BlizzCon 2020, remember that? When they came out with Diablo Crush?
Diablo Crush. Oh, man. So we got the new Tristram event. There's cosmetic things in there. I don't know if we finished that up. I can't remember exactly when that ends, but it doesn't last very long. I should have looked the dates up. I forgot before the podcast. Sorry, guys. But look into that and see if it's something.
The only way you can get the Red Soul Stone, the legendary gem, which sucks, but it's the only way to get it.
It also gives you a really cool portrait frame if you want to grind out some achievements and kill a bunch of bosses. So the portrait frames are my favorite thing of it. And then another interesting thing that happened today is a lot of my community especially was expecting to get the patch today.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And I'm actually glad we didn't. I was hoping we wouldn't get it.
Oh, personally. So people can't figure out meta?
So my thought process is this, and I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are. As much as I want the patch, because I think it's going to be fun to play, I want it to hit as close to season 16 as possible, because I don't want people to have time, even though we had PTR and people have ideas. I don't want people to have 2 weeks to spend all their mats on their characters, their real characters, figuring out metas for season 16. I want to go in and have people have to figure it out live in the season.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you from a Diablo player point of view. From a Diablo streamer and content creator point of view, God damn it, I want it now so I can get it all knocked out.
Get those guides out.
Shit starts. But I mean,
I'm with you on that. I think I completely see and I completely understand people having the opposite opinion.
Yeah.
But so I'm a little happy that it didn't come out today. Personally, I'm a little giddy. And you know, my chat was kind of convincing me, well, you know, it's going to drop on Tuesday. They're going to end the era. And when they end the era, they always patch, you know? And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense, you know? But then I logged in today and I kept re-logging in today and looking at the client and it was like 2.6.1. And I'm like, yes, they haven't patched yet. So, but I'm surprised. So what do you think? Next Tuesday?
I don't know,
some people are speculating they might even
like
do it Friday.
Yeah, I could see that.
That seems scary with me, especially with the current dev team. Like their PTR launch and their Tristram event launch haven't been too smooth. So
maybe. You never know.
I don't know, man.
Hopefully it's
season
all
16 started at midnight.
It's just
when did PTR go live? It didn't go live until like 10 o'clock or something. It was supposed to launch that afternoon.
Yeah.
So we could have season 16 starting at midnight on the, 16th or 18th. So yeah, it's interesting though. So I'm surprised about that.
Do you think at the very least we'll see it next Tuesday? Or do you think we'll wait right up until the season starts?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it would be safer for them to do it on Tuesday. Yeah. But if they're going to do it Tuesday, why didn't they just do it this Tuesday then? People are still going to have a couple days to play with it. You know, it's not going to take too much time. I hope they don't do it till Friday, but I think Tuesday, man, they got to play it safe with the team they got.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yep. What's your guess?
I mean, it'd be crazy to me if it wasn't Tuesday, but
yeah,
because that's just a lot to wait for, especially since like they don't work on the weekends. So it's like,
well, they might. Yeah. I mean, you gotta make some exceptions for patch days and things like that, right? I mean, I do in my job, when we're doing big switchovers. Yeah. But speaking of the season hitting, I mean, we know all the changes that are coming now. And one of my personal things that I'm looking forward to, I think, is what's going to keep me tied into the season more than anything else, is the LON buff. The 750%, I think, is going to give me something to chase. I already know what the sets are going to do. You already know.
Sure.
You already know how they play. You already know what's going to be good, what's not going to be good.
Some play different.
So LON is like, okay, like what LON build what crazy LON build that wouldn't have worked before can I do now?
I mean, basically,
Crusader, Captain America comes to mind.
Maybe. Yeah. LON. Fuck.
You don't like it?
It's. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just they just can't bounce.
It doesn't take advantage of the Royal Ring buff for the season either, though.
Sure.
So it's kind of. If you spend a lot of time trying to grind cool LON sets, you're missing out on the uniqueness of the seasonal theme. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man, it's a little appealing to me to try to, like, what can I make?
I mean, especially for me as a necro, like literally the only thing we have to look forward to is
that's the only saving grace
of LON, which is, I mean, it's going to be fucking corpse lance probably, or mages.
Yeah.
But, it's like the only thing we can do. It's the only thing we can theory craft on, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
everything else stays the same.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna try Thorns Necro in this?
No.
Let me back up one question. Are you gonna play this season, or are you gonna stick with PoE, or what are you gonna do?
Oh my god, I'm playing this season for sure.
Yeah, you think you're gonna switch back over and do Diablo pretty hard for a little bit, or?
Yeah, for sure. Cool. I might not be working, so I could go ham. Maybe try to get some rank
go crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't know what I'm going to play yet. Because, here's the thing. And it's kind of contingent upon, is Rat Run going to be the thing? Because if Rat Runs are not the thing, and, I mean, RGK will still be a thing. Because Thorn's just too fucking good. It's just too powerful.
It's too strong.
So that's a concern. People are still going to bot Necro because it's going to be the RGK. And RGK is going to be highly sought after. But if it's rats are less of a thing, that's a lot less people grinding and botting Necros. So that's appealing. The less people that bot my class, the more enticed I am to play it again.
You are to it. Yeah.
Because it's, less people.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, I mean, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about at the start of the podcast. But I think rats are still going to be super strong.
Yeah,
and everybody knows how to play it.
Yeah.
And everybody already knows how to play it. You already know how to gear for it. So I think the thing is there going to be another meta that comes out that's comparable? Is it 90% as efficient as rats? Is it 80% as efficient as rats? And if it's 80, 85% as efficient, a lot of people are going to play that shit just because it's not rats. I would, for sure.
No doubt.
But I don't know, man. I think I am very torn on what character I want to play. Right now, I'm leaning towards DH just because I can RGK. I can speed solo farm. I can speed group farm. I can push leaderboards with different sets, N6, M4, Impale, whatever I want. So it's a very universal class. That being said, I always get tired of DH pretty quick. It's never been able to hold me through a full season. So it's like, well, then what? I don't know. And so if it's the same for you,
I can still feel the salt in you about Innas.
A little bit, yeah, man. Well, I mean, it would have been fun. It would have been fun, but it's still going to be fun. The thing is, I've played all of it. The only set that I really haven't played is Natalia's, and it's not going to be top tier.
No.
I've already played Hammered In. and that got I mean, if Rollins ends up being amazing,
it is.
I played Rollins in PTR and it was good, but I don't think it's beating Hammer or Condemn.
It'll compete. That's what we can hope for, right? It's going to compete.
Yeah, we hope. I mean, and hopefully I'm wrong, but I just didn't feel as strong as Condemn or Hammered into me. But it was good. I don't know,
if it's within 2, like it's it's playable.
Yeah, oh for sure. If it's within 2, it's that's above my skill level anyways. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna push 3,000 Paragon.
Sure.
So to me, it's about okay, I know I can do a 114. If I ground Condemn super hard, I get a 115, 116. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So can I do that on Hammerton? Can I do that on Rollins? Maybe. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end up playing another character. The question will the meta, the speed meta will dictate what other character I end up playing.
Well, we know.
For you, are you gonna Necro? You gonna Necro for sure?
I don't know because like Necro has nothing really on the plate besides Lawn, and Lawn is like my least favorite thing in the world. So, I mean, but there at the same time, there's nothing I love playing more. Like I could play non-season Necro, just like every day. Like I'd totally be happy.
Yeah.
Like I love the Necro, and to me, like nothing else really speaks to me. I mean, I main Barb forever, but yeah.
I'm a little excited for the Immortal Kings Raycor Charge Barb meta.
Yeah.
I hope it's decent because I could definitely play a Charge Barb. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. I played.
We just got to see though.
Season 1 through 4, where I was like all there was.
Yeah, Charge Barb. Yeah, I remember doing it too. But like that's what I'm saying though. I've already played it. Yeah. I've played Charge Barb.
Yeah.
I've played Hammerden. I've played Impale, or in N6 M4 even. So. And Uliana's Wave of Light is just Sun Wuko's Wave of Light with one different ability.
Right.
It's juiced up, and its playstyle is better, in my opinion, but it's still the same thing.
Go Jade.
So
yeah, let's go Jade.
Yeah, I could. I mean, we could Jade it up. I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it is a little appealing.
Yeah, Jade. I mean, because
I haven't ever played it.
It's powerful.
I've never played Witch Doctor, so it is a little appealing to be honest. So,
but yeah.
So let's rank then. So what do you think of? Let's talk about the starting sets we're gonna get from the gift boxes.
Yeah.
And
Hadrig's gift.
The Hadrig's gifts, and then see what do you think is the strongest of all the gift sets. So, a quick rundown of the sets, and then tell me what you think. So Barb's gonna get Immortal Kings, and the Immortal Kings set was buffed from 1,500% to 4,000%. The 6-piece bonus. Crusader is gonna get the Seeker of Light. And that's the hammered in spec. And it went from 2,000% to 12,000% damage.
Little buff.
Just a little bit. Nats, the DH, got Natalia's, and it went from 3,500% to 14,000%. So a little juice. Uliana's is the monk set. It went from 2,100% to 9,000%. Necro has the Trag'Oul set. It went from 3,300 to 3,800. Just a little baby bump.
Teeny bump.
Witch Doctor got the Spirit of Arachner set, the Spider set. That went from 4,500 to 9,000. And then Wiz has the Veers set, which went from 50% damage to 100 per stack, I believe. So of all of those, what do you think is that's the set? What's the set?
I mean, for sheer ease of play and sheer power, I think it's pretty hard to compete with IK. But Trag is really strong starting set actually for the Necro. Probably, arguably the strongest, even over Rathma for solo play, especially.
Solo.
Aracker is the speed like chicken, which is the best.
You can do chicken with it. Yep.
Veers is significantly. I think it's one of the best now for T13 for Wiz. I could be wrong on that, but
I think it's a hybrid of the Veers and Talrashas. But I could be wrong too.
And Monk.
And there's also some crazy reverse stuff.
Monk, like Yuliana can be really fast for T13, especially now that it's buffed, but like it's a lot of CDR. So I don't know. That would be the best.
Do you think the Trag'Oul set it got such a tiny bump, but it is a bump. Do you think that's enough to compete with some of these other sets?
I mean, Necro's just strong as it is starting out. Like, it doesn't really need. It's not going to compete. What about? Yeah. Like if it was if it was like not Marauder, like UE
Yeah,
versus.
there's no way.
Yeah, it doesn't compete.
Yeah,
but
there's no way for all the sets. So Natalia's, I think there's a Natalia's multi-shot build that you can, cast your Rain of Vengeance, get your 14,000% damage, and then multi-shot and destroy stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I think I remember seeing that last season or 2 or 3 seasons ago. So I'd be curious to see if there are some nice sets for DH to pull that off. But I have to kind of agree. I think IK is going to be really powerful.
Yeah.
And you can just Furious Charge with it. And then once you get 4 pieces of Raycor, then it's game over.
You can already Furious Charge with it with 6.
Yeah, now you're blowing stuff up. Yeah.
It's stupid.
Hammered In is going to be super slow.
Especially with free Rorg, right? We didn't that's something to figure out too. It's
you're instantly, as soon as you get the 4 pieces, you're done.
3.
It's like, 3. Sorry, 3. And you'll probably get those as you're doing your set to unlock the Hadric's gifts, the challenges. The Hammered In's going to be super slow. So although I think it'll be very capable of pushing some higher, greater rifts right off the bat, it's going to be so slow to farm with, though. And, so we'll see on that.
Same with
I have to
Ileana,
agree, man. I think it's going to be IK and then maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe Uliana's. I mean, Uliana's isn't super slow. You can make some.
But it's CDR strike around. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Trags, I have to say IK or Trags are probably going to be the fastest.
It's going to be, IK is going to be
chicken.
The best. Trag
chicken,
is very good.
You need the chicken doctor weapons too, though. You still have to get the main hand, offhand, to pull those off. So,
I mean,
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be Barb number 1. I'd still say Necro. Like Necro's always up there because it's so. If you start with Trag, you start with Rats. Like those are the amazing starting sets for the Necro. Like Pestilence isn't the best starting. It's a really fucking good end game set, but it's not the best starting.
Yeah, the CDR requirements.
And Inarius is a shit show for starting. So yeah, it's really good.
And I haven't played enough Veers to honestly know if people have some good Veers sets. Right. So that's something I haven't touched Veers in years. So. It'll be cool. I like I said, starting off with the DH, I'm gonna probably end up researching before the season starts, looking at some Nat builds. And seeing what kind of things we can come up with just to get the season rolling until I can start getting that Impale or UE set rocking. But yeah, interesting, man. I was curious what you were going to plan on maining. So you're undecided at this point?
Undecided still. Probably decided like day 1 or something. I don't know.
Roll for it on the night?
Or we'll figure out, like, maybe it comes out next Tuesday and it's like, oh, God, Necro, Lon, insane, Yeah,
here we go. Yep. Let's talk about, so when they initially launched this season, or they announced the season dates, we thought we were going to get 4 days of break.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting...
Oh, we were supposed to.
Almost 2 weeks, like a normal break, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too, yeah.
I do. I love it because I've been playing other games. I've been playing Black Desert. I've been playing Destiny. And I haven't felt guilty for not playing Diablo. Right. It's like, cool. It's off season. I'm chilling. I can leave it alone. And I'll be super hyped when the season starts. I'm ready to play. I want to play, you know? So, again, this confirms to me my love for the 2-week season break.
No doubt.
And I'm just curious. You're the same.
I feel like it builds way more hype for the next season. Because if it's like like you finish on a Sunday and you start again on a Friday, it's just like you had no time to be like, okay, what am I going to play next season? And
it does, man. It feels good. It really does to me. But like I said, we're in a weird position because we play way too much.
Yeah.
So.
And the poll,
there are
was 60-40.
That go harder than us.
Right. So.
Yeah. This poll was reversed from how we feel.
Yeah.
All the people that play 15 to 20 hours a day, legit. I wonder how they feel. Like do they? I would think they have to love this decompression time.
Oh yeah, I would think. But
who
just knows? Live, eat, and die Diablo. Who knows?
What else, man? So we had some CFO,
but I mean, like, issues. Wait. So while we're on the subject, right? So what I thought you put that on the schedule for is like, so this season in particular is going to be short as far as seasons.
Yeah. I did mean to talk about that. I kind of glossed over that.
Yeah.
I forgot my own thought. So how do you feel about the shortened season? Do you think we've had discussions, you and I think even with our communities about the seasons being too long? Let's shorten the seasons and make them. I personally feel like a short season makes it more meaningful. I think it gives you a closer end goal, so you can really put your nose to the grind hard, and then get some off time.
Right.
Is kind of how I feel. And I personally would think a 2-month season with a 3 or 4 week off time would be cool. I think they should make the seasons like, oh shit, a season's coming. Let's get ready, boys. Call your people up. We're doing this. Right. We're doing it for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, however long the season is. We're going hardcore. But then we know after that we get a couple weeks to just chill out and relax.
Sure. I like that.
But that also, could be a bad idea. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know.
I also am so I'm thinking about this like from most of the reasoning behind this is like I'm down for them to try anything. Like I like for them to try, like if they want to try like a 1 month, they want to try like a 2 week, they want to try like a 2 month, whatever they want. Change it up, mix it up, try something, see what the people think. Yep. But mostly why I think a shorter season would be better is because they can't seem to win the battle against the botters. And the longer the season goes, the more those bots benefit from that time. And they're still going to benefit either way, but like, if they play 24 hours a day, they have like 500 more Paragon than me if I played like crazy hard. So it's way less of an advantage. So I tend
agree with
to,
that 100%. Yeah. Yep. I'm on board. And that was kind of my thought process too, is that it gives the botters less of an advantage. It gives them less time to fish rifts, fish keys, fish primals, and Paragon more so than anything.
To be shitty human beings,
Yeah, and I also think, I would love to see them try some weekend events. Like, let's say they did a month and a half or a 2-month season, and then they schedule 4 weeks of downtime. But in those 4 weeks, let's say they do a Saturday race or a weekend race. It's like, compete for top 1,000 on leaderboards, or be the first in your clan to get level 70, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Like all these just little events that they could put together that encourages you to just like play the shit out of the game for one day. Yeah. And then it's cool. It's done. Poof. It's gone. It's over. I don't even if they just gave us a stupid challenge rift bounty box, it's the fact that you won. Like if they did a clan challenge thing, or a community challenge thing, or just whatever, I don't know. And they gave you a stupid, bounty box for it. Oh, I got T13 bounty mats. Sure. It's the bragging rights that would make people play it, and they would do it. And I know in my community there would be competition. My guys would definitely be like, "Oh, it's on. Let's do it."
What if they did that? Like we're gonna bring it up. What if they did that where like it's 24 hours and you get to pick, teams or whatever, and you pick like, okay, ThaPChild, you can't be a Crusader or whatever. Like what if they just did that like once every 2 months for 1 weekend? Like how hype would that be?
So how does that work again? You can't play a Crusader for that weekend, or you got to roll a new character, but you're limited on what you get to pick?
It's a 24-hour race, what are the rules? I think, to see like who is higher Paragon basically after that 24 hours or whatever. And then you get to pick your characters, but at the same time you get to pick 2 of like the 6 or whatever, or 6 or 7 that they can't play, the people you're going against.
So you get to set up your own little pool, your own little group, a community of people. Right. Yeah, that would be cool, man. That would be so awesome. Yeah. Because I already know people would make me play Witch Doctor. They would try to funnel me into Witch Doctor. Yeah. I would lose so bad. That would be awesome, man. Any little things like that. And I don't know how much coding requirement. And that just circles back to our live team. Put some microtransactions in. Sure. Let's fund developers to make these little ideas for Diablo that could bring some life back in the game. Be sweet. But yeah, so I'm all about the shortened season because we've been doing the 3-month season for 2 years, 3 years? I don't know how long it's been going on since season 1. Yeah, and so I'm down for a change up just to make it fun. And if we do it once or twice and it fails and it's not fun, we just say, I didn't work. Foresee all these issues that come from a shortened season. So let's go back to the old way. Who cares? What's it break? So, Nada. Breaks nothing. Dude, plus. So the CFO. Last week, I think this happened big. And we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, we couldn't because we had the Brevics.
Yeah, we had the Brev. CFO.
Yeah.
Gone. Bye, Felicia.
Peace. So yeah. There's been a lot of talk in chat, like obviously Blizzard has not done very well in the financial department, and seemingly from all these articles we read has been like a stem from this new sort of drive within the company to be very like penny pinching, you know, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Do you think that this, like, because in the article it's like, oh, you know, she's like taking the job and like it's a great opportunity and we're excited to have her, but to me it would seem like Blizzard's like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, it's like, it's just another pretty big change. And then, you know, you had the president, Mike, step down. Mm-hmm. You have the CFO now being replaced or leave or fired. This seems like you got fired, but we didn't want to say you got fired, is what it smells like.
It's like you find something else and then soon, like, we're happy you're gone, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a very nice way to say bye, Felicia. Yeah. You know what I mean? But something's changing, you know, something's stirring. It feels like, so people argue that the CFO doesn't have a lot of control over the game we play.
Sure.
And my counter argument to that is, my counter argument to that is the CFO stands for Chief Financial Officer. They are the person that's responsible for the bottom line. Like, they are responsible for making money at the company. And if the company's not making money, they are going to put pressure on those developers to find ways to squeeze you for money via item shops or whatever, pay to win schemes, loot boxes. All of these ideas came because CFOs were squeezing the developers to get more money. Yeah. The developers get their paycheck and they make the game. And if you love the game and they're getting paid, they're happy. They're probably not the ones who invented loot boxes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe, but it seems to me that they're probably not the ones that were sitting around in a meeting saying, you know what, guys? Let's not make this new weapon. Let's find a way to get more cash out of the customers, you know?
Sure.
So to me, it's like, I think this does ultimately affect what final products we're going to get in the future. And it might take a while for this to come through, but that new CFO, I think, does have power over Diablo 4 because they could be the one saying, you got to have the XYZ microtransactions in your game.
Sure.
You know?
So for me, this is like three scenarios are playing out here. One is that, like, obviously the stock's just tanking, and, like, you know, people are like, well, it's not the CFO's fault, but, you know, your job is chief financial. Like, I mean, come on. So one is that, like, she's just, like, you know, being fired because, like, they're tanking, and she's a pretty recent hire. This is not like a new thing, and since she's been on, the you know, the chart has gone down. So that would be kind of like worst case scenario. I think the best case scenario is that, you know, Blizzard are reading kind of like their own Glassdoor. They're, you know, hearing a lot of these leaks, or people, or Blizzard devs are like, they're very unhappy. Mm-hmm. Like, this whole new, you know, penny pinching is just like not what Blizzard is, and hopefully it's a move on Blizzard's behalf to be like, you know what, like, we tried that and, like, it's just not it's not for us. So it's like, get the fuck out. Or three, it's just, you know, she took the fucking job somewhere else, which is highly unlikely to me. But either way, it's a good. Any way you look at it, it's a good thing, because I don't think that this person has done anything good for Blizzard. So I'm just like, bye.
I agree, and it definitely tells you that something is changing at Blizzard. I mean, they're replacing super huge figurehead people within the organization. It just makes you wonder how much of it, if any of it, was through Activision.
Sure.
Was Activision coming down and saying, you know what, we've left you guys alone for the last 10 years, but now you're not making us money, and we're going to start taking control. We're going to start steering the ship a little bit. So you guys need to launch Diablo Immortal at BlizzCon. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
But my reaction is,
it's interesting news, though.
Don't let the door hit you. See ya. Bye.
But and then
another thing that was super interesting is Imperius.
Yeah.
Imperius, like, so they have, like, all the Diablo people. I didn't know that he wasn't already in the game, because he's such, like, a big character. They have very lesser characters than Imperius inside of Heroes of the Storm. But, like, Heroes of the Storm was just like, yo, we're kind of done. And then they're like, here's a new character. It's like, well, fuck. I wish
we had already done this before we got fired.
Yeah.
I know. Imperius is cool, man.
Yeah.
Like that's a baller character. I'm glad they added him to the game.
For sure.
So
like it.
So that's really cool. So all you HOTS guys, man, I wonder how much impact that announcement had on Heroes community.
Right.
Have people stopped playing? Like, would it make you play Diablo less, or your desire to play Diablo less, if they actually officially announced it was in the Classic Games team and they're going to pull development? Does it suck the hope away that you have, even though we know it's gone? Does it just like nail in the coffin?
I mean, it certainly turns down my expectations, and it makes me like, okay, well, if Diablo's not getting any new content, like maybe I need to, as a streamer, it's like, well,
find something.
Let's figure something out. But it doesn't change my love of the game at all. It's just like, do I want to stream it as much if it's like not going to get any content in the future? Probably not. But
yeah.
I don't know. How do you think? What do you think? What do you feel?
I think it would. Yeah. But we have a unique standpoint as content creators. Sure. Like once you, I mean, and I've even come to these realizations more recently, just with the lack of support and after BlizzCon and all that, that it's like, if they announce that your game's dead, you're kind of a fool if your eggs are still in that basket. You know what I mean? So, it sucks though. So yeah, it would definitely influence me a little bit, as much as I love the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
And this little Reddit post popped up, and it's like something we actually haven't really talked about on the stream. And it hits home because it's like, God damn, you know what? Fuck that. Right? So this Reddit post that's getting like a bunch of upvotes right now is like, when you fill the cube and you like, say you upgrade a scythe, for example, you upgrade scythe and you get like funerary pick or some shit, and like you gotta like pull the damn thing out every time, instead of just being like, Phil, get the stupid scythe out of there and let's try again. You have to be like, yeah, well, let's pull it out or right click it. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And this just like reminding me of how bad that is. I'm just like, you know what? God damn, you're right.
Yeah.
How many people are annoyed by that? Like,
it's also the same with re-rolling an item. How you have to, like, you can pick it back up to make it go faster.
Yes.
Or having to click it. It's like, yeah, there are definitely some see, the thing is, some of these things are probably designed with intent to keep newer players from screwing up their items.
Sure.
I could see re-rolling something and then making you have to, like, it's kind of like, are you sure thing. But as a veteran player, it's, come on, like, let's speed these things up. So those aren't huge quality of life changes to me. Though. Like, I can live with that. I would much rather have stash space, or stash filters would be super amazing.
Sure. But how?
What's your biggest, man? I know leaderboard filters is probably going to be your biggest.
Without
leaderboard
question.
Filters would be really cool for me. It's really close between leaderboard filters, stash filters, and just stash space. I might have to put stash space number one, because I love to play all my characters. But you got to think about and
what
you can't do it.
A leaderboard filter is going to add to this game. We're not just talking about like, ooh, I want to see how I rank compared. Like, we added so many sub metas basically with the leaderboard filter. So it's like, man, it's going to give you a lot more options.
But the thing is you don't have the stash space to play them. You don't even have the stash space in the game to keep every set for every character.
Well, sure, but like, non-season leaderboards,
but we've had the game for 6 years. Our non-season characters, like, I have one of everything, and I would have like one ancient fully juiced up set for every class.
Sure.
Every set, if I could keep it, but I can't even keep it. So it's like, well, I guess I'm destroying my Ulianas today because I don't ever play that shit. Sure. And then now it's like they buff Ulianas, and I'm like, well, I had primal pieces that I didn't keep because I didn't have anywhere to put them. I'm not going to play non-season anyways, but there are a lot of people who do.
Of all the things to get rid of is never set items, guys. Never get rid of set items.
I use that as an example. Legendaries. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm with you. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm with you. I think the leaderboard filters would be really, really cool. You could be like, yo, I'm the rank 1 whatever, Crusader who uses some stupid item. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it depends on how robust they made them. If they just implemented the filter and it's like filter by Paragon, filter by set, and that's all we got, I'm like, yo, give me the stash space. But if they made it robust, then I'd be down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's about that time. You want to hit some Twitter questions?
Let's do
it. Real quick, though, before we jump into Twitter questions.
Okay. What?
New Year's hit. 2018 came and
Happy
went.
New Year. Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year to you, man. Let's talk about a couple things.
Yeah.
What was your favorite video game of 2018? And we're going to exclude Diablo to not even feel the pressure of having to pick it. I don't know if you would have, but we're just going to go ahead and put that on the table. No Diablo. 2018 game of the year.
I don't play a lot of games.
You played a lot, man. You played World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was terrible.
You played Destiny.
Yeah, I didn't like
that. You played Black Ops 4.
Okay, there you go.
Played Lost Ark.
Black Ops.
Easy. You played Lost Ark. Better than Lost Ark. You played.
I mean, Lost Ark. I can't really count because it's fucking
PoE.
Korean. Lost Ark, I guess, like from a strict gameplay perspective, is like it's just right in my wheelhouse. But it's in Korean, so I can't really get the full experience.
I got you.
As far as like fully fledged, polished,
just
like
your game of the year. I'll stop influencing your decision.
Yeah,
Black Ops. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Blackout, I think, was really cool.
My 2018 game of the year.
You say God of War.
Oh man.
Just saying. We made a background for, like, you were so I've never heard you.
God of War is
so
good. It is such a good experience. I really am happy with where Destiny's gone in the last since Forsaken.
Has anything come out since Forsaken, or is that still the thing?
They have been trickling content almost every week since, and then they put in a Black Armory deal, which is like their annual pass, is what they named it. Okay. So a little bit. It's nothing crazy, but a little bit. But it's in a good spot. Sure. I have to say God of War, though. Man, God of War was so damn good. And then runner-up Assassin's Creed Odyssey was also.
What's number three? And like, you probably got number three. Is it Red Dead or is it Destiny?
I'd have to say Destiny. Red Dead was a failure, in my opinion.
Really?
And the reason I say that, the single-player campaign was really good, and it's so beautiful, and the game has so many awesome things. Mm-hmm. They dropped the ball on the online portion so hard, I can't even describe it. Like, I am so disappointed because that's the reason I bought the game in the first place, was for the online. And I played a lot of GTA 5 online. Like, I have 1,000 hours in GTA 5 online. So I kind of knew what to expect from Rockstar, and they copied the engine. But they just gave an unfinished, unpolished, microtransaction, ridiculous pay-to-win system that I think they went ridiculous overboard with the pay-to-win just so that they could bring it back and people be like, oh, they're fixing it. But they're fixing it to a ludicrous level already. So anyway, I got a whole rant on Red Dead.
Sure.
I
mean,
but
like,
it's still, the single-player campaign is still phenomenal. It's a great game. But I'm super disappointed.
So what are the things you want to play right now? Like
Destiny.
I'm
loving it, man. I'm having a great time. They got content that dropped today. There was, 200 and.
Is there anything else that's pulling
Destiny.
at you?
I don't know, man. Black Desert Online is okay. I haven't made my mind up yet. And then besides that, it's kind of like my two mains,
Okay, so let me freeze frame that. Okay.
Okay.
Last year, this time, was there anything pulling at you?
Oh my God, I got to think back to last year. Last year, I was playing Diablo a lot more than I am now.
Yeah.
So that consumed most of my time. Probably World of Warcraft a lot.
Really?
I was still having a good time in Legion. And then Destiny, even though it was in a shitty state, I'm just a fan of the franchise. Sure. So it's kind of like Diablo for us. You know what I mean? Even though it's in a bad place, we still love it. So it's kind of like my other side chick that'll never go away.
Sure. But I mean, you? Yeah. So like last year, this time it was just Diablo, and like there was absolutely nothing else that even interested me. So I think
I would say it was like 95% Diablo for me too. I mean, there was really no time for anything else.
So as far as like, I feel like this is a pretty good year for games because like I want to play Black Ops right now. I do still have a desire to play PoE and like do some of that. I do want to play Diablo still, like, so I'm being torn. Like even Smash Brothers I thought was pretty fun. So and last year it was just like, well, I'm gonna play fucking Necro because Necro just came out and I loved it, but like there was literally nothing else that I like even wanted to touch. So I think.
Yeah, and at this point last year, 2.6.1 had hit in November. Or was it October?
November.
I don't know. It had just kind of hit, and so I was still playing around and having a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still playing Necro, and it was still pretty fresh and pretty new, and I was enjoying it. But yeah, I'm with you, man. Like last year, it was 95% Diablo, and then in whatever little spare time I got, I played a little while, you know. And now it's like 20% Diablo, and then I got all this other shit that I'm excited to play.
Sure.
So
it's been a good year for games.
It has. It's been a great year for gaming.
Yeah.
And then, did you have any New Year's resolution? Are you a New Year's resolutionite?
Not really.
Nothing really?
I mean, I would say like get a job, but I don't even know if I want to do that. So
fuck it. You don't need that money.
Yeah.
I don't really, I'm not a big New Year's resolution guy either. I think I've so in my I don't know how to say this, in my content creator career, so to say, I've decided like part of my resolution is to do more what I want and less what I feel pressured into doing. You know what I mean? Like, and I think there are times where I played Diablo and I felt pressured into playing Diablo because of my content creation career, so to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like,
I've heard
I'm really loving it, but this new game came out and I want to play it, but I know if I don't play it tonight, everybody wants me to play Diablo, and people are gonna be disappointed. So I play Diablo, and so that's kind of my New Year's resolution. It's kind of like, you know what, just relax a little bit. People, they'll be all right.
Sure. Yeah.
Play those new games. Yeah. Play those fun games. So that's it. Let's grab some questions, man. If you guys have questions for us, you can tweet at ThaPChild, at Lord__Fluffy, or join our Discords. You can find links to our Discords in the YouTube comment section below. That's pressure. You got to remember to put those in there. Yeah, we have sections for it. So the first question comes from Bloodshed, and he says, with Season 16 Rourke buff, what kind of new items do you see the ZDPS characters wielding that they had to miss out on before? The only ZDPS that I've really played a lot of, or I guess that I really thought of, was the Z-Necro. And if you take so usually on the Z-Necro setups that I play, I cube the Royal Ring. So if I take that out, I'm going to free up that cube slot. It's not going to be crazy though. Like you could maybe throw on the, is it Briggs that gives you the curse?
That sucks.
Or it groups enemies up if they get cursed. So you could potentially throw that on.
Okay. Yeah.
You could throw.
But the Necro, the Z-Nec doesn't really run the curse anymore. I mean, unless you're EU, I guess.
Yeah, you can't. But that's what I'm saying. And then you could run a curse. You could maybe run frailty, and then group all the enemies up with your frailty, to single out the elites faster, maybe. But that's going to be a more active play style. So you're going to have to be like one of the try hard groups that's trying to get 4,000 Paragon, I think, to really make that worthwhile. Otherwise, just play the lazy man.
Sure.
In my opinion.
I don't know. I'd have to have. I'd have to have it up like the deep planner in front of me, and I can immediately point out.
That's kind of, and then so for the Z barb, the little things you could maybe throw on the EXP ring. Is it Leoric Signet? So yeah, I don't know what other things that they could get, but I don't think it's going to be game changing as far as items they could throw in. Yeah, that's fine. We'll come back to that while you look, if you want to. If not, that's all good too. Demonic Grizz says, we kind of just talked about this. If the current state of Diablo does not change between now and Season 17, what do you see yourself streaming in April of this year? And will you be strong beside D3 or move on to uncharted lands, so to speak?
April? It's not that far away.
No, I guess that's given us, 4 months to feel out this season.
That's one season? I don't know. I think this patch will be good for a couple seasons, but...
Yeah, I think this balance patch will keep me for Season 16. And then Season 17, potentially, it depends.
Sure.
On what the meta's become.
Yeah.
But will I play other things? For sure. I'm super excited for Anthem. And I'm super excited for Division 2. Both of those games are right up my alley. Division is like Diablo loot grind. It's just a shooter. So it's a third-person shooter that has a very similar loot system to Diablo. Very similar. So I think a lot of people that enjoy Diablo's loot grind should look into Division and see if it's something that they could get into. But I'm really excited for Diablo, or for Division 2. So that's probably my number one game that's coming up.
Yeah, I have no idea, really, what's coming out. There's nothing that I've really followed. I mean, obviously Halo 6, but
yeah, they haven't. Have they released any actual footage yet?
I mean, just that one trailer from fucking
that teaser, engine trailer that didn't even look that impressive to me personally.
Yeah, it looked pretty laggy actually. So.
Do you have anything for that previous question, or you want to just?
So, Lornells. Do you not run Lornells already? You could never fucking die.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, you could. I mean, those are options.
Sure.
So
that's the Z-neck, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I don't know, for the Z-Barb, I can't even. I'd have to look at my gear set. I don't have those pieces memorized. At this point, I have so many sets in my head that I don't remember. Onion said, should you lose your Paragon and stash items when you die in hardcore? I like this question.
I mean, I like the way PoE does it. Not in the sense like PoE does hardcore good, because they don't, because they have the stupid log out trick. But like PoE, this is the thing I would love, and I talk about this a lot on stream. Like if everyone could start out hardcore seasonal, and then it's like if you're still on hardcore seasonal by the end of the season, it's like you lived, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I would love to see everything just roll over to seasonal when you die.
Just become softcore is what you're saying. Yeah.
It's softcore seasonal.
Yeah. You start hardcore. If you die, it's like, oh, GG's, you're now a softcore. Do you want to resurrect as a softcore character?
Sure. I would love that, because then everyone's there's gonna be a lot more people on hardcore, and it'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd play that way for 5 minutes.
Right, and we'd be like podcast week 2, be like, hey, you softcore yet? Or
yes, it'd be like the season starts Tuesday at 5 p.m. Podcast at 9. Like I'm softcore already.
Shit, right.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I think so. Here's my thing. I don't really play hardcore, so my opinion doesn't really matter that much. But if you want to play hardcore, keeping a stash full of spare items and not losing your Paragon is not hardcore. It's harder core, but it's not hardcore. Hardcore is like you get one character. When that character dies, you lose your Paragon, you lose your stash, you lose everything.
So maybe they should have extra hardcore mode.
Yeah, like extra, like extreme.
Yeah,
extreme hardcore. Right. I don't know, but yeah, I personally think that's another step above hardcore, man. If somebody is like, I'm gonna do an extreme hardcore challenge where I only play one character and when he dies it's done, then I would be like, all right, this guy's crazy.
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
Sure, I'm down.
Yeah.
And then our last question of the week comes from Dirty, who says, who was your first sub on Twitch?
Yeah, for me it was Quinn, no doubt.
Quinn?
Yeah.
Quinn 69.
Quinn 69.
My first sub on Twitch was actually the Fluffmeister.
Oh my God. Yeah. This guy makes good decisions. I take back everything negative I've ever said about you.
So, yep.
I don't even like Quinn. I just subbed to him because I knew you'd host me one day. So,
yeah.
Pay to win.
Pay to win.
Quinn, please.
Right there.
Guys, please don't clip that. All right. Yes, thank you.
Already clipped. So that's it, man. That is episode 34, guys. We hope Fluff's going to have the new stream room set up for the next podcast.
Let's hope.
Cross your fingers that everything goes smooth and his internet works at his new place. And
I should have faster internet.
Faster?
Yeah, it should be faster. I haven't had a computer that can really push the boundaries of internet. Like I had to borrow my neighbor's laptop to be like, okay, it's getting at least 500.
You've already met the neighbor.
My neighbor is like my friend, my real life friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so cool. We both got one. So
nice, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, I'm glad everything's going well, and we will see you guys next week for episode 35.
Oh my God, 35.
You can find me at ThaPChild on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, pretty much everywhere, and I'll be streaming right after the podcast.
Yeah. You can find me Lord_Fluffy pretty much everywhere, but double those underscores on the Twitters. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.